So this is the space that I'm going to be using as a bit of an edible growing space. So the plan is, I'm looking at doing something around sort of like this square metre growing idea. So I've managed to get hold of an old crate top, not too sure what they call these things actually, but it creates a nice rectangular frame. So I'm going to place it out in the garden and then start to mark out and dig out. I've got a trusty old spade, and I've also got, in the yellow truck there that you can see, an old half moon. It's a very old piece of equipment. That was my mum and dad's back in the day, but it'll do the job. But a spade is as good as anything if you don't have a half moon to cut out the grass. So you don't have to go with the raised bed option, you can just cut straight into the lawn. So time to get started. So I've put the frame down, I've measured, I'm a good 2 metres away from the front wall, so for social distancing, am I far enough away? I hope so. And this frame is roughly 1 metre square, so placed it down. I'm going to now start using the half moon I'm going to use, but say you can use a blade and spade just to mark the edge of this. I've used the half moon and I've used the spade, and if you look just down there on the ground, you can see how I've marked out the full rectangle or square, and then I've gone across and a spade's width cut another line so that I can now start to lift the grass sort of with individual pieces of turf or sods. Oh, can we say that? Next bit is to start lifting those. I'm just going to pile them into the centre of where the frame's going to be. Good exercise as well. Wow, don't need that gym. We can't go to the gym. You can get out in your garden though. So at this point, if you haven't got a timber frame, having now lifted the turf, which at the moment is over there, I'm going to reuse that and put it in the bottom of my planter, turned the other way around so that the grass is facing down. But for yourselves, if you haven't got anything to raise that bed up, is that ground is perfectly okay now to start digging over and maybe add in a bag of compost. Make sure that's peat free compost, just to add something, a bit of nutrients to the ground. But that would be ideal for planting into once it's been dug over. So the next stage for me is to put the frame back in, turn the sods upside down, and then start to fill with a little bit of compost. So the frame is in, the turf's been laid upside down inside there. I've just covered with a couple of bags of multi-purpose compost, which is peat free, and then I'm going to now also add to that a couple of bags of the Dalefoot's wool compost for vegetables and salads, which is going to hopefully feed and sort of retain the water and moisture over the coming weeks and months. So make sure if you are using compost, which you can still get from supermarkets, so on your shop to the supermarket, make sure that whatever you're buying is peat free. Yeah, it's really important that we exercise peat free, as we're just on the edge of peat free April. So I'm going to put those in and then we'll rake it off and make it level. So that for me is a nice bit of day one done. If you look behind me, planter square is in. So tomorrow I'm going to be looking at what I'm going to do with that and how we're going to split it up into sections for growing. So tomorrow we're going to be creating the first quarter of it, and that's going to be a small sort of herb garden. So hope you enjoyed today's activity, and join us in the next couple of days when we'll tell you more about what's been going on with our little edible front garden.